Technical difficulties. Should be all right now as Connor Faust just threw one up for Grant Munson. He went up through a few Brillion Lions and leaped for the touchdown at 6-6. Field goal here is blocked, and it will be dead here as we're tied at 6. Big jump off that left side by number 4, Bryce Gantz, and he got through to block the extra point, and we're locked at 6 here with 3:51 to play.
Very successful drive. No negative yards on that, well, other than on the first and goal.
So to kind of recap, while we were out, we had a fumble, and then we had a little bit of trouble as the Raiders went to their in a big boy package. Connor Faust's first down run was denied in a large way. Loss of 4 on first down, first and goal, and on second down they threw one up to Grant Muntz in the left corner of the end zone, and he went up and got one, much as he's done in the first 2 games here. Had a nice catch last week, leaping above a couple defenders, and that's why you like the multi-sport athletes. That's why he's a good rebounder. Right, knows how to go up and high point a football.
That's it.
And vice versa.
Hands, yank it down.
Yep.
And Faust really did a nice job. He put it in a spot where only Muntz would have a chance to catch it.
He does a nice job of, he's not the most accurate, he doesn't throw the most accurate ball, but he always gives his receivers a pretty good chance to make a play, and he did that there for Muntz. The kickoff here from Hartlub is kicked left side. It's going to be caught by Olsen at the 5-yard line. Raiders have men down there. Olsen has a little bit of room, but he's brought down by number 2, Colin Gussie. Nice job there by Gussie to wrangle in Olsen. And we'll see the Lions offense for the 3rd time tonight. Last possession ended in a fumble. And the Raiders took over on the 15-yard line, converted on the short field as we're tied 6-6 with 3:45 to play here in the first quarter. They'll take over here from the 22-yard line, working right to left for you and us up here. Base formation here. Shimmick under center, tight end wing back to the left of him. Lone receiver is working out on Harrison Zorn near the Raiders sideline. They're going to give it up the middle, and Colin Gussie and Brad Buckman await the carrier, which is the fullback.
On the carry. Game 3 on the play, tackled by number 74.
Number 32, Thibodeau, but down in some pain, I believe, is Buckman.
You are correct. Not certain what happened there.
He was in on the tackle, and he's down in some pain. Face first. But a nice play there, both by Buckman and Gussie. Can't even speculate the way he's laying. Almost an upper body. I don't know if his shoulder kind of gets yanked. Don't like to speculate. It's 2nd and 7 on the 25. Just
instant replay at Brillion isn't working here, so we didn't get a good look at that.
So you don't like to see that, the senior, Brad Buckman. Looks like one of the Brillion athletic trainers jogging over to the sideline. We'll see what he's come back with. Hope it's not the cart. Searching for something here along the sideline is one of the Brillion athletic trainers.
All right, looks like they've got Buckman on his side, so probably something on the left side. He's laying on his right side. Again, speculating.
Here's already lost one senior for the year in Charlie Frice. Broke his collarbone in week 1. Hope Brad's okay here. He's a big part of both the offensive line and the defensive line. A returning all-conference player last year. He was honorable mention offensive line. 4 tackles in the game or in the season opener against Kewanee.
He's a stout force up front on defense, and obviously on offense is a nice blocking force.
Just hoping he can walk it off.
Brennan Nett checking in, just making sure we're doing a decent job here. Thanks, Brennan.
I believe he's at a wedding today. Chicago. See, David Meyer had a great idea last week. We were talking about Brennan's girlfriend. He said, hey, he said that she was tuned in. And David said, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea if you proposed to her on air while she was tuning in? And I hope that she heard it, because wouldn't that be the funniest thing?
My question is, who would be his proxy offering her the ring?
His brother?
So, Brennan, if you're still listening, more ideas for you. And if you are listening, is the wedding just not that exciting?
Yes. It doesn't look good here. Is there? I'm going to bring out the stretcher. Good news is if they're going to move to get the stretcher out and stabilize him, he's moving everything lower body, so.
All right, little score update since we have a few moments
Perfect.
here. From Craig Hoffman, first quarter. Chilton 7, Kohler Luther Christian 0. Valdez New Holstein, no score yet. Early in the first quarter, Two Rivers leads Manwalk Roncalli 6-0. Update on the Chilton score, 14-0. Chilton over Kohler Lutheran Christian. Valdez 6, New Holstein 0, the 6-minute mark. And Two Rivers has just scored again to go up 12-0 against Roncalli halfway through the first quarter. Thank you, Craig.
Craig is always doing a great job. Can imagine he's at Chilton tonight. You can presume.
Chilton is at, on the road, at Kohler Lutheran Christian.
So that's right in his backyard.
That's right in his backyard. So he'll have plenty of time to get hydrated after the contest.
Never like to see this. Ambulance crews out on the field. Why they're kind of there for every week. There if you need them, but you hope you don't.
Exactly. And oftentimes that ambulance crew are locals who are volunteering their time.
Yeah. For a brief injury timeout here, 6-6, 3:37 to play here in the first quarter.
This would be a great time for the official clock operator to run down and grab us a hot dog and some soda. Coach Shimmick?
If you're tuning in, you can tweet us at Radio Kiel or text either one of us. Which Geigel's a celebrity, so most people don't have his phone number. But you can tweet us at Radio Kiel.
Depends how you define celebrity. Thank you very much. I can show you some of my pictures from last night at the Packer Hall of Fame banquet.
Oh.
Where Tim Harris and Greg Jennings were inducted.
Greg Jennings get along with Aaron Rodgers yet?
I think everything is good. But what do I know? Actually, Cherry Starr did a very nice job. She presented the Cherry and Bart Starr Award. Really did a great job of talking up the Bradkowski family and her personal assistant, and made it known that this would be her last trip at 88 years old to Lambeau.
Oh, wow. Where is she? Where are they living now? Or where is she living?
They're still down in Alabama.
Okay.
Both Bart and his cohort, Zeke Bradkowski, died 3 years ago in 2019. And Bart Jr. Has made the trek back up to Lambeau 2 or 3 times, and again, still very active at the Rawhide Ranch, where they spent some time on Thursday prior to the banquet.
So they've got Brad up and secured. Oh, ball is well with the senior.
Nice to hear from Marcus Rump checking in. Nice of you to give him a night off tonight, Connor. Are you surprised by the Valders leading New Holstein?
Yes, I was just going to say, I saw that score and I was like, wow. But I know conversations I've had, New Holstein appears to have big physical line, both offensively and defensively. Good couple running backs, but they don't have great quarterback play, which they've had in years past with Schnell, and Olsen, right?
Yes.
Like, they've had some athletes back there, and don't know if they have that luxury this year. So Kiel will have to wait till week 9 to see them. So Brad is being rolled off. Hopefully he's all right. Try to get in, check in with him. Great job, though, by both athletic training staffs. I don't either. So it'll be 2nd and 7 when we reset here. Can imagine there's a passionate speech going on as the visiting sidelines right in the bleachers, so maybe kind of careful what you say. Coach Hills has gotten them to midfield.
And the players did that on their own. I take that back. One of the which coach is down there, Connor?
Coach Hills.
Thank you.
Reedsville grad. This is
He's been a
third
nice
year.
contribution to the staff.
Yes, 3rd year on staff. Allowing both teams a little bit of time to get going here. Probably about a 10-15 minute break there. So Raiders are going to try to get refocused here, both teams.
So it looks like the officials have instructed both teams you've got a few minutes to loosen up, recalibrate.
But Raiders are going to have to find somebody to replace both inside on the defensive line and then kind of outside on the offensive line for Brad Buckman. Hopefully he's all right. In the grand scheme of things, this football game tonight is minute. Hopefully he's doing okay. Coach Talarico tuning in from Ice Lake in the heart of the UP. He's up there. Sure, he'll be up bright and early going fishing.
My question is, how high does Coach Talarico have to be on his antenna in the UP to get the feed from Brillion High School? Brillion Middle School, excuse me.
I can't even believe they have Wi-Fi where he's up there. That's perfect for him, though. He loves that.
Absolutely. Ice Lake. Do you think it's frozen over yet, Connor, up there?
I heard it was 85 yesterday. Platteville played up there. It was 85 at Michigan Tech yesterday.
Is that right?
That might be a record.
How'd that game turn out?
Yeah, Platteville lost 23-13, I believe.
Okay.
Kiel Raider Dane Friday still suiting up in his 5th year for the Pioneers. Plays cornerback, kind of. They had a need for it last year, wanted to find a way on the field, and he's done a great job. So in the first half alone, had about 5 tackles yesterday, so really glad to see him doing great things. And Zach Wellnitz also kicked off his junior campaign last night, starting center for the Lakeland Muskies.
Nice.
Nate Gehring will kick off tomorrow, along with, I'm missing one more, Austin Gehring.
Austin, yeah.
They play Kansas State, I believe, tomorrow. Austin in his last semester of eligibility. He'll graduate with a master's degree after about his 8th year of school. We're second and 7.
8th year.
6th year. It's an outside reverse. Velker meets him there, and a swarm of Raiders. A passionate bunch there. Nice play. Velker met him first, and Faust and Munz came in to clean that one up on 2nd and 7. It's now 3rd and 7 here. A little bit of fire on that first play out of the break.
Can you get a peek there, Connor, see who's taking the place?
Looks like Joey Friend,
Okay.
the junior. So it's Joey Friend, Nick Mutin inside, Grant Muntz, and Jonah Funkhauser complete the defensive line. It's Connor Faust, Bryce Gullickson, Colin Gussie at linebackers, and then it's the 4 sophomores, Bartz Velker, April, and Zorn. Tight end to the right of Shimmick, who's under center, 2 backs. And it's going to be a delay of game. They're setting up a sweep outside of the right side, but they didn't get the play off in time. So it'll be 3rd and 12 here from the 20-yard line.
It's a tough position to put the high school quarterback in because there is no play clock for him to look at. He just has to know when the official starts counting. He's got 5 counts, and he's got to get this ball snapped before that 5th count.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's on you as a coach and a play caller. You got to get that in timely. Only get 25 seconds on rundowns, so it's a quick turnaround. 3rd and 12 here, 20-yard line. Man in motion. It's going to be a little bit of a jet sweep. They're going to take a shot. It's Olsen. Camping under it is Harrison Zorn. The catch is complete. And an interception, the first of the year for Harrison Zorn. And it serves as a 3rd down punt for the Lions. The Raiders will take over at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 Raiders.
Ball hung up in the air, just enough for Zorn to work under that. And the 3rd interception of the year for the Raider defense. Just a second from their secondary, though.
Great coverage of defensive backs. And great presence of mind to take a look at that ball fluttering down.
1st and 10 here from the 44-yard line. Faust, the quarterback, in shotgun. Gussie, the lone back. 5-yard out here. Hits Zorn. Complete 40-yard line. Dodges a man and dashes towards the 1st down marker. They'll mark him right at the 1st down. Interesting to see if they get him the 1st down here. It's going to be up to the white cap to determine whether or not they give him the 1st down. They're going to give it to him. Be a 1st down here on the first play. 6-6, 1:40 to play here. It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 34-yard line. Shotgun snap here to Faust. It's going to be an inside reverse for Lemieux. He's got some room. Left side is going to be brought down after a gain of 4 on 1st down. They're going to bring in April. Somebody needs to come out. It's going to be Zorn.
Nice bounce back by Faust after having his first 2 passes off the mark. His next 2, he's got a touchdown in there, and now a nice completion.
Settle in a little bit. Not as much air on that one. Slung it out a little bit more on a line. 2nd and 6 here from the 31-yard line. Snap back, Faust, handoff left side. Gullickson has some room around the left edge. Falls forward, a gain of 3 on 2nd down.
That previous play, Lemieux went out gimping a little bit. Hopefully it's just a little ankle tweak. Hopefully we'll see him back in there.
3rd and 3.
28-yard line. 25 seconds on the clock. Raiders will get one play off here before we head to the second quarter. Lone receiver to the right of Faust is Braden April, the sophomore. Lone back Gullickson. They're going to drop back. 5-yard hitch for April, and he missed him high again. Just as we noted Faust settling in, he misses Braden April, who would have just been able to fall forward for that first down.
All three of his misses have been high and have been to the wide side of the field, to the right.
So it'll be 4th and 3, 28-yard line, 11 seconds on the clock. Receiver to the right. A little bit of a read option here. Faust has some room. He's going to run outside the numbers. Pylon, touchdown, Kiel. And that is why he is behind center. He is the best athlete on the Raiders offense in terms of running the ball, and he showed it right there.
And disguising that handoff. He really did a nice job, read the defense and said, it's my turn.
Talk about a lot in the quarterback room of that mesh point. He did a nice job of hiding that ball, getting low enough, and a good mesh there with the running back. No play clock here on the extra point. Should be no rush here. So running an extra man on the extra point. Snap back hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. Raiders strike laundry on the field. Heard it. Coach Landmer from upstairs saying they hit the center, so they'll just enforce that on the kickoff, I believe. Really nice job, though, on that run there by Faust. You always talk about not running into bodies. Bodies are in the middle of the field. He did a nice job of breaking that one outside. Once he broke that initial line and the initial rush, he did a nice job of breaking that one outside and showing off the Jets a little bit.
He really did. Eluded a couple guys and then outran a couple of them.
So to make sure that he's on my list to be a sprinter on the track team this year. Looked fast there. Faust is responsible for all now 8 touchdowns for the Raiders this year. He had 5 through the air coming into the game and 1 on the ground. He's got a throwing touchdown and a rushing touchdown already tonight for the Raiders. The senior showing up in a big way early in this year. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. This would have been my sweet spot. Coach Talrico always used to say I got out the pitching wedge and I would put it about outside the numbers and it would fall back perfectly. Be a nice little 40-yard onside kick because I didn't have a great leg. Hit 2 of them against Roncalli my junior year. Went about 20-yard line and just sat perfectly, much like your shot from about 80 yards at the golf outing.
I remember that vividly.
And Hartlub just kicks it through the end zone. You did golf with Coach Talrico at the alumni outing, didn't you?
We did. We had quite an accomplishment. We did not finish last.
Oh.
It's always our goal to finish in the not last. So we were pretty fortunate. And what a great turnout for that alumni.
Oh, always is incredible. It just shows the support of this community behind this football team.
Correct. Not only parents, but a lot of former athletes coming out to support.
Yep. Coach Dressler got inducted this year. Be 1st and 10, 20-yard line. Man in motion is Gantz. It's going to be an outside sweep. He's brought down. It gallops forward for a yard after leaping through the air. Nice job there by number 11, Braden April, setting that edge. And we hit the end of the first quarter. Raiders lead 13-6. Just a reminder, tonight's Kiel Raider football game is proudly supported by Todd Oleg New York Life, Nadler Tile and Flooring, Collins State Bank, Gravel Pit Bar and Grill, Premier Financial, Crest Real Estate, The Badger's Den, Albright Again Home Improvement, Rex Bakery, Red River Logistics, Goodfellas Barbershop, Graphics Custom Vinyl, the Kiel Booster Club, City Limits Hair Studio, and by members of the NAW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. After one, Raiders lead 13-6. It was a Faust touchdown to Grant Muntz to strike first to tie it up at 6. And it was a Faust scamper from about 20 yards for the second score of the game. Brillion struck first on a 70-yard little wham up the middle. So we begin the second quarter, 2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line. Man in motion is Olsen. They're going to give it up the middle, though, to Bastian. Raiders had a contact with Bastian at the line of scrimmage, but he fell forward for a gain of 5, and it sets up a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
That quick hitter right up the belly has given Kiel some issues tonight.
They had men there right away and just couldn't bring him down at the point of contact. 3rd and 2 from the 29-yard line here. Second play of the second quarter. 3 backs here for the Lions. Under center is Shimmick. They're going to give it up the middle to Bastian. He'll fall forward. Should have enough for the first down and will.
Bastian, the ball carrier. 76 on the stop. Tackled by Funkhauser. First down, Lions.
So let's set up a first down here for the Lions, working left to right for us.
32.
On the 32-yard line. Standing in that 3-back formation. Little T formation here. Bastian, the fullback. And they're going to sweep. Left side with Olsen. Has some room, but brought down by Joey Friend after a gain of 4. His job there by Friend kind of came from behind, playing the defensive line position, chased him down for the tackle.
Good to see Joey making an impact there. Previous drive had a stop, another stop here.
So 2nd and 6 here, a little bit more pace here for this Brillion drive. Getting up to the line of scrimmage. There's 2 backs here. A little belly here. Bastian runs it forward for 5 yards, and he's hog-tied down by Velker.
3rd and 1.
Raiders just mixing up their interior defensive linemen here. Now it'll be number 55, Ryan Schott in there. Just trying to replace Brad Buckman. Wing back here is Olsen. Bastian the fullback. 3rd and 1. They're going to give it to Bastian. They stop him at the line of scrimmage, but he breaks a few tackles and falls forward past the 50-yard line. A 12-yard run on 3rd down.
Bastian does a really nice job of just keeping his legs turning.
Doesn't stop his feet.
Bastian coming out for a break, shoeless and helmetless.
The junior came into the game. The leading rusher for the Lions, 161 yards. T formation here, 3 backs for the Lions. They're going to counter it with Olsen, and he's met by a host of Raiders. It's Connor Faust and Joey Friend, who just swallowed him up for a loss of 1.
Faust and Friend. 2nd and 11.
A bit of a longer developing play there, that counter for the Lions, and the Raiders' defensive line did a nice job there.
Faust did a nice job of reading that from the linebacker spot, came in untouched.
Normal wing T here for the Lions. He'll give it right up the middle. It's number 32, Chase Thibodeau, and he is swarmed, but a flag on the play.
Joey initially by Joey
Friend again.
Yep.
Did a nice job up front, face mask or something, I can imagine, from the Raiders secondary who came in to clean that up. Can imagine a face mask. Let's see if it's a 5 or a 15. 5-yard face mask. Tough break there for the Raiders, though. A huge stop on second down would have set up a 2nd and long, and instead it's a 2nd and 6. 42-yard line for the Lions. Base wing T formation. Olsen to the right of Shimmick. Fullback is Thibodeau, as they'll give it to him. Belly right side. He'll fall forward for 3 yards. All these Brillion backs do a nice job of just falling forward. He was wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage and was able to extend there for a gain of 3 and set up a 3rd and 2.
Fortunately, Gullickson was able to get just a couple of hands around his ankles and slow him up.
Raiders have struggled this possession, especially on 3rd and short. They'll get another one. It's going to be wing T formation. Olsen the back to the right. Fullback once again is Thibodeau. 3rd and 2. Play action. They're going to keep it with Shimmick. And it's going to be a hold on the outside, trying to hold Jonah Funkhauser. And so we'll be going back here. Flag is at the 37-yard line. So it would be a 10-yard penalty from there. Would set up about a 3rd and 10. 3rd and 9.
Indication of holding against the Lions. Replay 3rd down.
We've seen more flags in the first half of this one than we did all last week. Officials swallowed their whistles, and we saw one flag in 40 minutes, 48 minutes.
Or was the game just that clean?
Promise you it was not. They missed about 3 false starts in the last drive of the game for the Raiders. Wing T formation, 3rd and 9. They'll give it up the middle with Thibodeau, and he's met at the line of scrimmage by guess who? Joey Friend doing a nice job there. Stepping up big time for Brad Buckman, and it's decision time here for the Lions.
Definitely the super sub award at this point here.
Doesn't appear they're going to punt. Punting duties are number 32, Thibodeau. So 4th and 10 from the 47-yard line, 6:50 to play. See if they're going to try to get the Raiders to jump off sides. Man in motion, Olsen. That's got to be a false start. No flag. Looking for Gantz and found him.
I saw the same thing you did, the right end on the side.
A little bit of illegal procedure, but no flag. Nice throw there by Shimmick. That's just play action. You set that up with running the ball really well. That's that wing back who so many times is stepping down to block. He steps down to block and escapes, and the safety just gets baited up. T formation here for the Lions. 1st and 10, 28-yard line. Lions putting together a nice drive. It's going to be with Bastian falling forward. The Raiders just cannot bring him down. 8-yard carry on 1st down.
Brillion with a slight change in their blocking scheme, taking away Joey Friend in the middle of the line there.
I'll bring in Jackson Bartz as Nick Mutin's going to get a little bit of a break. Bartz, the sophomore. 2nd and 2, 20-yard line. They're going to go sweep left side, have Olsen, has some room. He is brought down by April. We saw that time Coach Eswine on the sideline talking to Harrison Zorn, opened up his shoulders on that kickout block rather than kind of staying square at the line of scrimmage, wearing that block with the inside shoulder. It just is a little detail that goes a long way between squeezing that run down and getting driven outside. 1st and goal here. They've dropped the 1st down markers. Bastian the back, man in motions, Gantz. They'll give it with Bastian. He's brought down right around the 3-yard line. That just hits so fast. Raiders didn't have time to react, and that ball was at the 5-yard line already.
Tackled by
Raiders defense needs to find a way to bend but not break. It's 2nd and 4.
second and 4.
The 4-yard line. 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. T formation here for the Lions. Chimmick behind center. They'll give it with Bastian, and he runs in virtually untouched for the second touchdown of the game for the Lions. And the second touchdown of the game for Bastian.
Another huge gap created by the line and also that quick belly handoff.
A nice sustained drive there, though, by the Lions. Drove the length of the field and used all 3 or 4 downs on every possession. Comes down to that 3rd and long completion on the play action for the 4th and 10. That's
Connor, 4:56 left in the second period, and I believe Brillion started this drive with 1 second to go in the first quarter. Is that correct?
Yep. False start on the Lions. So now they're going to kick it from the 8-yard line. So ball on the 8. 54. Diego Noalsko set up at the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 25-yard extra point here for the freshman. Snap back, hold is down, nearly blocked, but it's good. Knotted at 13 after the good extra point from Noalsko. It's 13-13, 4:56 to play.
So Brillion had stopped itself twice with turnovers. The other couple times, nice scoring drives.
Yeah, nice sustained drive there. The Kiel defense just couldn't come up with the stop when they needed it. Now the offense is going to need to give the defense a break. A near 7-minute drive for the Lions. Raiders offense either needs to put 6 on the board in a hurry or need to sustain a drive and give that defensive line a break. They've just worn them down here. Noalsko will be kicking left to right here, teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep once again for the Raiders are Zorn and Bartz. They got him to the wall. He was hit initially. He stays up. He's got room. Zorn's gone. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Kiel. The kick was short. Colin Gussey wisely let it hit the ground. Harrison Zorn broke an initial contact, and nobody was catching him after he broke the first tackle. Harrison Zorn strikes from about 75 yards for his second kickoff touchdown of the year.
2 excellent kickoff returns, and Connor, you called it well. Wait for that wall, get behind the wall, and here we go.
First time that they had it, they had that wall running wide open on the first kickoff of the game. They just took off too early. Now they've been patient, and they just converted thanks to Harrison Zorn. And now the Raider defense, we talked about it. We got to strike quick and get some points on the board, or we got to sustain a drive. Well, they got points, and now the defense has got to get a stop. It almost sets up perfect for Brillion here, though, as they'll get the second half kick. They got a chance to score a touchdown on this drive and get the first possession of the second half. It's going to be up to the Raider defense to step up and find a way to stop them.
Well, so far in the first half, Kiel has really used all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has caused turnovers. They've had a couple of stops. Offense has scored. And now the special teams gets us a touchdown on a beautiful return and well blocked by the upper frontier there.
So a couple scores around the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. Chilton leads 21-0 over KLC. New Holsting leads 7-6 over Valders, and Two Rivers leads 26-0. I think there's a lot of Eastern Wisconsin Conference fans that hope Chilton just keeps pouring it on, and I am one of them. 21-0 after 2. 4:40 to play here. Hartlub will tee it up.
And how about that offensive machine by Two Rivers this year?
Unbelievable. They got to be the odds-on favorite here early in the season to win the conference and win it going away. Hartlub low kick, line drive, muffed by Schauer. Olsen is swallowed at the 15-yard line. I believe that was Braden April. It's Braden April and Chaz Blanke in on the play. Good coverage there by the Raiders as the kickoff was muffed. But a low line drive there from Hartlub kind of caught the Lions off guard. So they'll take over from the 16-yard line with 4:37 to play. Just sustained a 7-minute drive and scored on it. Two backs here. Man in motion is Schauer. They'll give it on the belly. Have room. And it's going to be Thibodeau brought down after a gain of 8 on first down. It's too much room going through the middle of that defense.
Shout out to Brad May. Thanks for tuning in, Brad.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 here. 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Still under center. Here is Shimmick. Wing back to the left. They're going to give it up the middle, and it's swarmed Joey Friend. He did a nice job of squirming through there. And a loss of 1 on 2nd and 2 will make 3rd and 3.
Joey's been a testament to the philosophy, low man wins. And 5'10", 240 pounds, but stays low to the ground.
He's done a really nice job today in replacing Brad Buckman. Wing back tight end to the left of Shimmick. Two backs. Thibodeau and Olsen. They're going to give it on the belly. It's met by Gullickson and Funkhauser, and he stopped short of the first down. They're going to be forced to punt. What a nice job there by the sophomore Bryce Gullickson. Shot out of a cannon as he read that tackle, as they're taught. Read that tackle and just stepped into that gap, and finally they met a Lion ball carrier in the hole.
The key to stopping that's obviously been the linebackers being able to punch in, come in unblocked, and making a solid tackle.
Raiders' defensive line is going to try to make sure that punt gets away. It's going to be Thibodeau to punt. Snap is good. Punt is away. It's short. It's high, and every person in a white jersey needs to get the heck out of the way. It bounces back, and it'll be at the 49-yard line for the Raider offense with 2:30. That's got to be one of the scariest things. If I know Coach Landmer is just having, I don't want to say having a bird, but that's when you see white jerseys and they can't find the ball, and you're just yelling, poison, poison, poison. Get the heck out of the way. It's the worst thing that can happen is it hits a white jersey and Brillion gets it back with 2:30 to play. Raiders have a chance to make it a 2-score game here, though. They're going to spread it out a little bit. Grant Muntz will be in, playing a little bit of that fullback position. They'll give it with Gussie. He's going to try to stretch it around the right side. Will break a tackle and will only be swallowed for a loss of 2.
Gussie, the ball carrier, loss of 1 on the play, tackled by number 68, Austin Schwartz. Second 11.
Not where the play was designed to go, as Gussie tried to make nothing out of something. And they're kind of run it the opposite way of the play design, and was met with a host of Lions. Stay in the same formation here. Grant Muntz going to be playing a little bit fullback. They'll give it inside counter. Just with a 2-back. It's Gussie who's met at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1. 3rd and 10. Almost feels the Raiders are just content going into the half leading by 7. 2 runs on the first 2 downs. Haven't been able to hit.
He has to see a little bubble screen here.
Snap is back. Going deep. Faust nearly sacked. Hit once, hit twice, and brought down on the second one. Run, then you have to throw it deep. Not a great sequence for the Raider offense. Timeout, Brillion with 1:08 to play.
Timeout, Brillion.
Initially, Faust had a little bit of time, but the receivers were still running their routes.
Ran a little bit of a 4 verts concept there. Trying to cook up something deep, but the Brillion defense was awaiting a long pass there, and they were prepared. So 1:08, 4th and 10, 48-yard line. Raiders are going right to left here in Brillion territory.
So, Connor, do you try to kick it to the sideline here and mitigate a...
Yeah, don't even give him a chance. Or put it through the end zone. Hartleb did a nice job, pinned him inside the 10 on his second punt of the game, I believe. Let's see what they got here. Hartleb awaiting at 12 yards. Muntz will be the snapper. It's a low snap. It's caught, and it's away. Hartleb just smartly got it away. It'll bounce once at the 13-yard line and roll beautifully right at the 7-yard line. It'll settle, and the Brillion Lions will be backed up here with 58 seconds.
Down on the 6-yard line. 1st and 10 Lions.
Just 130 pass yards on the year for the Lions. Have only thrown it once here in the first 23 minutes of the first half.
This is where we need those stout linebackers and stout defensive line, get 2 stops on the run, and go into halftime with the lead.
We're going to pack it in tight. Base wing T formation, tight end, wing back near side. They're going to give it up the middle. Bastion, gain of 5. I think they're going to be content just running it twice and going into halftime. Maybe thinking, too, try to lull them to sleep with a run. Hey, we're going to run it again, and then you hit them with a play-action pass. Just need to make sure the secondary is aware of that. You can give up a 20, 30-yard run here, but you can't give up an 80-yard pass. Split out near side to the right of Shimmick is Rubel. Play action. They're going to give it up the middle. It's Bastion searching, brought down 3rd and 2. They're not going to have to run another play as the clock runs under 5. And the first half is complete as the Raiders lead 20-13. Take a short break as you hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Kiel Raider Radio as the Raiders lead by 7 as we head to half. Tonight's Kiel Raider football game is proudly supported by Collins State Bank. Make Collins State Bank your community bank. At Collins State Bank, we like to say we are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Helping our communities is what we strive for, and we look forward to helping you. Collins State Bank offers a wide variety of products both on the deposit and loan side. Call us for any of your future lending or deposit needs at 920-894-4272. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Are you looking for someone to build you your new house, or maybe remodel your old aging home? Maybe you need some small work done, like installing a storm door or a new window. Those little home improvements that you just can't find the time for, or maybe you just don't know how. Well, Albright Again Home Improvements has you covered, where no job is too small. If interested, give us a call at 920-894-7507 or shoot us an email at albrightagainllc
albright@yahoo.com. Located in Kiel, call Albright Again Home Improvements for all your home improvement needs. Are you someone responsible for distributing your company's products? Tired of having to manage multiple phone calls and emails in order to find and schedule a pickup? Looking for ways to make your supply chain more efficient with enhanced technology and reporting? Red River Logistics is your fully equipped supply chain partner that can help you accomplish all of your needs. We are a Dallas-based company with a new office in Kiel, ready to support all of your logistical needs. Take advantage of our over 25 years of experience of helping customers manage their shipments and supply chain all over the country. Call Jamie today at 920-277-5069. Do you want a classic cut like a flat top or a modern cut like an undercut? Or are you looking for a new style altogether? If the answer is yes, stop in at Goodfellas Barbershop. Goodfellas is now a father-son business with the ability to accommodate more walk-ins for a great haircut with great service. Come to Goodfellas Barbershop, located at 630 Fremont Street. Interested in an appointment? Visit their new website at goodfellasbarbershopincorporated.com or call 920-894-HAIR. Goodfellas Barbershop. Cut the way you like it. Thinking of starting a new business or have an existing one? Stop in at Graphics Custom Vinyl and Signs, located on the corner of Park Avenue and 6th Street in Kiel. We have 15 years of experience with applying vehicle graphics, making signs, and creating logos. We also now carry apparel. So if a new business is in your future or you have an existing one, stop in and see how we can help. And most importantly, go Raiders. Looking to replace the living room floor? Do you want to update the bathroom? Call Nodler Tile and Flooring. Whether it's a walk-in shower or renovating the backsplash, switching to hardwood, or are you installing carpet? Nodler has you covered. Give Ryan a call at 920-286-2385. Nodler Tile and Flooring, helping you update your home. Are you looking for a great atmosphere and great food? Look no further than the Gravel Pit in Kiel. Kitchen open late until 10 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, 9 p.m. on Saturdays, and now open Sundays until 6 for football. Try one of our great weekly specials. Call 920-894-8493 for details. That's 920-894-8493. The Gravel Pit, located just outside of Kiel on Highway 57. Are you looking for a sweet treat, delicious pastries, fresh donuts? How about the best fresh baked bread or hard rolls? Rex Bakery, serving up the delicious bakery that we have all come to love. Check out their retail location right now in Kiel at 319 Fremont Street, or call them to set up a wholesale account for your business. Your fourth generation hometown bakery. Rex Bakery, family owned since 1908. As with most other things in your life, the key to achieving your long-term financial objectives is preparation. Your goal may be to protect your family during your working years or guarantee your own retirement security. These things won't happen by accident. It is important to map out a strategy that will help you meet those goals. The good news is that it is never too late to start. Of course, preparing your financial future can be intimidating. Luckily, you do not have to do it alone. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agent, Todd Olick. You can find Todd on the 300 block of Fremont Street in Kiel. Todd brings knowledge and expertise to help families and businesses in Kiel and surrounding communities achieve financial success. He looks forward to seeing you soon. Go Raiders! The Kiel Booster Club is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to connect all clubs, groups, and sports at Kiel High School. The club holds various fundraisers throughout the year to financially support all co-curricular activities at Kiel High School. One of the key fundraisers for the club and the activities it supports is providing concessions at home events, in which it is in need of constant volunteers for. Stay up to date by adding the Kiel Booster Club on Facebook to see how they are providing our students with better opportunities. Get involved in your community and support the Kiel Booster Club today.
Just a reminder, tonight's Kiel Raider football game is proudly supported by Premier Financial. Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holsting, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com. Badger's Den. Badger's Den in Kiel is open 7 days a week. Breakfast served from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Lunch from 11 to close. Great food, and all your friends are here. Keep it local with Badger's Den. Go get 'em, boys. Cress. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact Cress Real Estate of Kiel, your team of real estate professionals for over 20 years. Contact Cress at 920-894-HOME or browse current listings at cresshomes.com. Cress Real Estate. Experience with results. City Limits Hair Studio, proud supporter of the Kiel Raiders. City Limits Hair Studio in Kiel has everything you need to pamper yourself or someone you love, from haircuts to nail care and everything in between. Stop in this weekend or early next week to donate to their annual school supply drive and help students in our community get geared up for the school year. Taking care of the community and of you. Stop in today to find out how City Limits can take care of you. So, Coach, 20-13 at half. Raiders lead. Brillion will receive the second half kickoff. What did you think of that first half?
A little bit what we talked about in pregame. Limit the turnovers, and Kiel hasn't had any. Brillion has had 2. Defensively, again, a few lapses. But as you talked about, okay, let's make sure our defensive line is holding. Not holding our defensive holding, but holding their spot and letting the linebackers fill. So that's been successful. The question is, how do we continue that?
Yeah, so it really comes down to those defensive linemen need to do a good job of, a couple times they've let the offensive line get out and get to that second level. So it's a matter of, this as a defensive lineman, you hate it because you're not making many plays because you got to eat double teams, but it's for the betterment of the team, and it's just an unselfish thing of being an offensive defensive lineman is unselfish to begin with. But tonight especially, it's eating up double teams every single play and allowing your linebackers to be free. So I'd like to see more of that in the second half here.
There you go. As you said, give of yourself. Not let yourself be blocked, but take up 2 blockers, and somebody else can come in and make the play.
Do a few updates from around the Eastern Wisconsin Conference, courtesy of Craig Hoffman, doing a great job as always. Chilton leads 21-0 over KLC. New Holsting leads 7-6 over Valders, and Two Rivers leads 26-0 over Roncalli, as well as the Raiders' opponent last week, Sheboygan Falls, trails Plymouth 17-14 at half. So big rivalry game between those two, and I see you have some updates.
Just one more update. Two Rivers 38-0 over Roncalli.
That's probably a lot less than I would have imagined. I think they won 82-0 or 72-0 last week against Brown Deer.
Yes.
Who's like top 5 in the state in losing streak. So. Yeah,
and I often tune into WMT out of Manitowoc, and there's a lot of talk that not only can Two Rivers win the conference, but they can make a push in the playoff race.
And I know a specific quote you're talking about is they said they could beat Catholic Memorial. That's just an asinine thing to say in week 1.
That is wishful thinking, and maybe that was one of his dreams or premonitions.
And I'm not saying I've not watched a ton of Catholic Memorial, but they're 2-0. And they beat the defending state champs in week 1, in Division 1.
Right. You talk about a machine, you talk about big, strong boys. Catholic Memorial has the whole package.
And Kiel saw it last year.
Yes.
As they lost in level 1 to them, but Catholic Memorial has a running back last year who had a handful of Division 1 offers. He's a Power 5 running back as a junior.
How would you like to have him, and how would you like to have the guys in front of him blocking for him?
Yeah. That was one eye-opener there when we played him at Camp Randall of, I'm not very tall, and I look up to a lot of people, but I was staring straight up at every single one of those linemen.
And you were outweighed by a few pounds, too.
They could eat me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and still be hungry. But, Kiel will see Two Rivers in, I believe, 2 weeks. So they got Ron Colley next week, and then I believe the week after that they'll see Two Rivers. But Two Rivers is a machine. A good running back, and their patented air-it-out attack. So they've changed a little bit of their ways, but they have an ability to throw it. A second-year starter at quarterback, and Kiel will most likely see Ron Colley next week, and Ron Colley will be on the heels of, I believe, a 25-game conference losing streak.
Ron Colley, just their numbers, total numbers are down this year in their enrollment. They had a small freshman class coming in.
And I talked with Ron Colley grad today at PT, and he said, he's like, when they did the conference realignments, they messed up one team, and they left Ron Colley in the EWC.
Absolutely.
They would have been better suited to go and play the likes of Mishicot and Reedsville and Algoma, Bonduel, things like that. And I think they'd rather have to travel a little bit farther for that competition factor.
Absolutely.
Because this is doing nobody good to throw this game on the schedule and you're beating them by 50, 60 every week. That does nobody good. And that's not how you're going to get numbers out if you're a Ron Colley coach, right?
Exactly. And remember, who's setting up those conferences? It's not the WIA. It's the football coaches getting together and saying, okay, let's put people together. So if Ron Colley leaves, we could find an eighth team that would fit in this conference. It might be someone who has to travel a little bit or get out of its comfort zone, but certainly could work.
Well, and in the conversation today of, instead of Falls going for KLC, it should have been KLC coming in for Ron Colley.
Yes.
Right? Then you keep Falls here. They can figure out schools in the middle of the state to kind of match up with the likes of Berlin and Ripon. And even Ripon is becoming a little bit smaller on the enrollment scale, where they're not even up to par and being able to compete with the likes of Plymouth and Falls now. Like last year when Kiel played Ripon, they had 30 guys in their program, which is just crazy. A school that big.
When you look at conference realignment, and I don't care if it's football, basketball, soccer, it's like almost every 5 years you need to relook at it because enrollments can change that quickly.
Yep.
I was talking to the athletic director here, Jeff Capelli, the girls basketball coach, and he said they've been fortunate at Brillion. They're always between that 330 and 360 mark, and again, pretty steady with enrollment, so they know what they're working with every year.
And it's nice, too, you see the communities with the manufacturers like Aaron's and Kiel with Ameriquip and Sargento. That plays a big factor in stability in your enrollment.
Absolutely. When you've got a good workforce and a lot of people want to live in that community, it says a lot for the workforce. It says a lot for the community.
And we're ready here to kick off the third quarter. Raiders lead 20-13. It's going to be Hartlub, the 40-yard line, the right foot boot. It's kicked near side, near the Brillion sideline. It's caught by Schar. He's got some room. He's wrapped up in hogtied by Nate Kingbaum. Nice job there by Nate. Playing that gunner on the kickoff coverage. We'll bring down Schar at the 25-yard line.
That was one of Brillion's better returns on the kickoff. That was a 17-yard return. There was a nice hole there.
So, it's going to be Brillion ball working right to left here at the 25-yard line. Basic wing T formation. Ball on the ground, I believe.
You were correct. And how key is it, Connor, here from the defensive standpoint to not allow any first downs or maybe a first down, get a stop and get off the field?
Yeah, need to set that tone for the second half. Adjust to the adjustments. You know, Brillion's going to have made some changes at the half, but it's about adapting and staying true to kind of reading those keys. They're clearly identified early in the week of where our eyes need to be. 2nd and 10. They'll bring it sweep. Near side. Has some room. Matt stood up, but falling forward is Bennett Olson.
Nice job by the Brillion offensive line to get to the second level, get to the linebackers. And it was actually the defensive lineman Muntz coming back, trailing the play, getting that tackle.
Got out there with some bodies. It sets up a 3rd and 2, 33-yard line. A minute into the third quarter. Base wing T formation here. Should make under center. It's just going to be a QB sneak. This snap is muffed again. And the Lions are going to be forced to punt.
2 missed connections on this drive for Brillion.
Raiders caught a little bit of a break there. It's a 3-and-out for the first drive on defense. Raiders got to send somebody back for the punt. It's going to be Zorn and Bartz. See if the Raiders can connect on a punt return for the first time this year. Have not really fielded any punts. Muff snap. Thibodeau on the ground is going to get it away. It might be too late. Raiders got to get out of the way. Takes a side bounce. It'll be down at the 41.
Nice job by the punter keeping his composure.
Didn't panic, and I think that's one, if you're back there, that's not a ball smartly to catch, and both Bartz and Zorn got out of the way of just how late that punt got away. You allow that coverage to get down there, and if you're looking up and you don't fair catch, you're going to be taking a lick. Base formation here for the Raiders. Tight end wing to the left of Faust. Lone back is Gullickson. He's standing right by Faust's side. They'll give sweep left side. In the backfield was number 52, Derek Fisher, but Gullickson beat the initial rush and pushes forward for a gain of 5 on first down.
Great job. Looked like he was going to be stopped for about a 2-yard gain. There's a flag on the far sideline, Connor.
Looked like he signaled towards Brillion. Face mask. Brillion. 5 yard. So it'll be near the first down.
First down, Raiders.
I think he's going to be short. I think it's going to be 1st and inches.
We need the referee to take bigger steps for those 5 yards.
They will give him the first down. Wouldn't that be something? 1st and inches. They'll give him the first down, though.
I've never heard that before.
I've never either.
Better patent that, Connor.
Yes.
Pretty soon ESPN will be quoting that.
1st and 10, 49-yard line. Faust, snap back, left side, Gullickson. Tried for a little bit inside zone. Or maybe a power. Trying to run it inside, and Raiders have had no success. Wouldn't be a bad idea to try and spread out that Lions defense here. They haven't been able to hit anything quick towards the outside, and that's why they're having trouble running inside the tackles. It's a numbers game. Snap back. They're going to give it. Same play to Gullickson. Left side. Runs through a man. Falls forward right about the 39-yard line. A good run there on 2nd and long for Gullickson.
What a great job by Muntz, taking his man outside and letting him go into the backfield while the play went right by him.
And looked like a much better pace there for Gullickson as he hit that hole with a little bit different speed as he did on that last play. 3rd and 2, 41-yard line here. Just 3 minutes into the third quarter. So the Raiders dare triple up. Ran the same play on 1st and 2nd down for significantly different results. They'll run it again, just at a different formation, and it's a 1st down after a run of 7 yards by Gullickson.
Oh, what a great job by the offensive line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same concept 3 times to that left side. Be Nate Kingbaum now in at running back. He'll give Gullickson a quick blow. Option. Faust keeps it. Now he's going to try to bounce it outside.
Oh.
Kingbaum delivered a block to, I'm not sure if it was legal, but he delivered a block to at least take away a blow from Faust.
That was my, I thought maybe a block was a horse collar.
A little bit illegal, yeah.
But apparently not. The officials have a better view of it down there.
But that's a block, too, as a coach, of you're okay with the penalty there as long as your starting quarterback doesn't take a free lick there. But luckily, no flag. No harm, as it's 2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line.
So we haven't thrown to the left side of the field here except on the touchdown pass. Think we got one of those coming?
Not sure what was going on there, but the Raiders were already backed up on 2nd down. Now They're going to take a walk back here as though got a 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Colin getting a little head start there.
Nothing wrong with that. Just got to make sure the ref doesn't see it.
Problem is all eyes in the stadium saw it.
Yeah. So see, the Raiders got drawn up here. If I'd like to go into my Tony Romo book, I think this is going to be a pass, Coach. I think there was a little bit of movement again. Hitch outside, high again.
High and thrown to the wrong shoulder.
Hunter Faust was really, really good last week. He's taking a little bit of a step back here.
We've seen a couple of high snaps on this drive. Let's see if we can get that corrected here. 3rd and long.
3rd and 14. Raiders at least got to set up a 4th and manageable here. Wouldn't hate a run here on 3rd down. Try to just 4th and manageable where you can run a play. They're going to pass it. They're going to go to Bartz. Now he hit him on time and on target. And there we go. We're set up 4th and 2. There was a good ball by Faust.
Oh, beautiful. And Bartz did a nice job of running his 8 yards and just sitting down.
Faust did a nice job of being patient, too. He waited for that outside linebacker to clear, take on that. He just made a solid read there, and a really good catch there by the Bartz. It's 4th and 2, 25-yard line. Snap back Faust here. They'll give it left side. Gullickson is going to try to bounce it outside, has room. Bounces inside the 15, will be tackled at about the 11-yard line.
Gullickson has some great eyes. Saw the inside wasn't open, bounced it outside, and was able to scamper for a good 11 yards.
Not sure who was on that left side. I think it was Jackson Bartz, the sophomore left tackle. It's playing in place of Buckman. Him and I believe Grant Muntz combined on a little bit of a double team there, and there was a lot of room for Gullickson to go around that left edge. So 1st and 10, 11-yard line, 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Raiders lead 20-13. Snap back, they're going to give it Gullickson. Sweep left side. Jonah Funkhauser leading the way. Gullickson nearly untouched, is going to fall forward. The signal is short. It's 1st and inches.
So Kiel's figured out something on that left side. A lot of success on this drive running on that left side.
And I think it's been the left side because they've been on that left hash. They found success running towards that boundary.
Run to the short side with Muntz and Funkhauser leading the way.
They've caught that defensive end inside of that block of that fullback. Here's it's 1st and inches. Gullickson the lone back. They're going to give it to him. How about we try it again? It's power left side, and it's Bryce Gullickson for 6.
Little smash mouth football there.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Great job offensive line on this drive.
Coach Essline was playing Madden before this one. You just run the same play until the computer figures it out. But, yeah, they found some success as they're running at Grant Muntz, Jackson Bartz, and Colin Gussie. And then they have their best offensive lineman in Jonah Funkhauser leading the way on a little bit of a pull. Set for the extra point. Hold is down. Colin Gussie, kicked by Hartlub, is up and in. 27-13, 5:48 to play.
Well, I got to love how Kiel has made that adjustment on the extra points. First one was blocked. Snap wasn't the best. Now snap's been on point, and defensive line has actually pushed Brillion to the ground so nobody can even jump and get a hand on that. So we talked about defensively, Kiel coming out setting the tone, which it did. Offensively doing the same thing. Now we need that consistency as we progress through this quarter.
Yep, a stop here and just kind of take away the will of that Lions team. But it's good to see that offensive line finally establish themselves. They struggled a little bit running the ball last week simply. And now you're getting a couple guys, have a couple of weeks of varsity experience under there. And Jackson Bartz is somebody who's really exciting for me. He's a sophomore. Here's what they list him at. 6'1", 305.
And let's remember, a lot of this has been happening since Buckman's been out.
Yeah.
Coach Hill gathered the troops and said, hey, let's make some changes here. Coach Eswine chimed in.
Let's pick up our senior.
Absolutely.
That's all you can do. Play for the guy next to you. Is Hartlove with the right foot, strikes it. It'll be outside near the sideline. It's going to stay in bounds. Shara will pick it up at the 15-yard line. Nate Kingbaum again, and stood up by Bartz. The Raiders' kick coverage tonight has been pretty solid. Nate Kingbaum did a nice job there. First one down there, first one to the ball.
Again, a little Connor Velker kick to the right sideline, bounced in front of the return man.
If you can't put it through an end zone, you got to kick it outside the numbers. If Coach Talarico is chiming in, or if he's listening in, I have a story that he will not like to hear, so I'm going to refrain from it. Because there's a time we didn't do that, and it lost us a level 2 playoff game. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. 25-yard line here for the Lions. It's going to be a sweep around the left side. Has some room. Velker and Kingbaum in there to clean it up.
Little misdirection. Offensive line moving one way. Guards pulling from the other side.
Second and 2.
Well designed.
Second and 2. 5:15 to play. 33-yard line working right to left for the Lions. Shimmick under center. Wing T formation. They're going to give it up the middle. It's with Thibodeau. He falls forward for the first down. 3-yard rush, and he only needed 2.
First and 10, Brillion.
Near and under 5 minutes here. Brillion up to the line quick. 37-yard line. Wing back tight end to the left of Shimmick. 2 backs as they'll give it this way. It's with Olsen. He's swallowed up by a host of Raiders and met by Friend and Muntz.
Muntz first to the play there. Friend did a nice job of rolling off his block and contributing.
That's what I like to see is you get 11 guys involved in the tackle. Last week, they allowed a lot of extra yards just because of broken tackles. And even in the first play of the game, I mean, Bastion broke a handful of tackles, and they're finally getting some bodies to the ball.
Yeah, talk about tightening up your defense. That's exactly what's happened.
Shimmick under center is going to give it. Right side, belly with Thibodeau. Gain of 2. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 here at the 42-yard line.
3rd and 5.
All right, need a little TFL here. See what we can do to stop them on 3rd down.
Wouldn't be surprised if they go back to a little bit of that counter. Leading with that fullback. They'll go T formation here. 3 running backs in the backfield. 1 straight behind Shimmick. Under center, snap back. They're going to give it left side here with Olsen. He falls forward for a first down. Exactly.
Well, it depends which official's marking it.
First down, Brillion.
Apparently the official on the far side marked that. Official on this side had it just a tad short.
But exactly that same play they went, a little bit of a lead counter. They ran it out of that T formation. So a lot of the looks are the same in terms of what they're running them, but they run them out of a multitude of formations. That was an example of one. Drop this snap, they'll give to Shara around the left side. He's met squarely by Zorn and swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by Joey Friend and Grant Muntz.
Amazing how that muff snap didn't get to the ground, but muffed it a little bit, how that just changed the timing of the play.
Yep, just enough. It's all about the connection with those guards as a running back, especially when you're pulling them and doing a lot that they are here. It's going to be basic wing T formation. Fullback straight behind the running back. They're going to bounce it outside. He's met by Grant Muntz and Cade Velker in there to clean it up. As Grant Muntz kind of stood him up and they just cleaned it up.
4 guys swarming to the ball.
This is showing remnants of those solid Kiel defenses with Coach Latimer, where there's just bodies on the ball constantly. You're getting 5-6 guys to the ball carrier every single time. That's a good defense. Snap back, they're getting up the middle. It's with Thibodeau. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll clean it up and they'll step him for a gain of 1. It's got to be 4-down territory here in a 2-score game.
Kienbaum and Friend combining on the tackle there.
4th and 6. 4th and 7 at the 49-yard line.
4th and 7.
See what the Brillion Lion offense has in store. Wing T formation, split back to the left of Shimmick. He's under center. Lone fullback behind him is Thibodeau. Snap back. It's going to be a screen. High pass. Thibodeau stays on his feet long enough to crawl to the first down marker.
What a great call by Brillion. Something they haven't run all night. Set that up so well. And just enough to get a first down.
They needed 7. They got about 8.5. Minute to play left here in the third quarter. 41-yard line in their own territory now for the Lions. 1st and 10. Basic wing T formation. Man in motion is Gantz. They're going to give it belly. Right side, met and swallowed at the line. First to it was Gullickson. Did a nice job of shooting that gap. So they're going to send in Kienbaum here.
We talked earlier about the sophomores. Great instinct tonight on offense and defense by Gullickson, a sophomore.
Seeing a little bit of trying to give Zorn and Bartz here a break on this possession. Just put Nate Kienbaum out at cornerback to the wide side. They're on a counter. Grant Muntz in there along with Trey Bartz. Keeps his feet moving. Nobody wants to bring him down after a gain of 2. Grant Muntz did a really nice job there. We talked about it at half. You got to be unselfish. He took about 3 blockers right there and just mucked it up enough to allow your teammates to clean it up. That's all it takes. Is you can make a scrum every play. So be it.
Yeah. It's a quick quarter. Not many incompletions, not many penalties.
It's good for us. So just a reminder, tonight's Kiel Raider football game is proudly supported by Premier Financial. Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holsting, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com. Badger's Den. Badger's Den Kiel opens 7 days a week. Breakfast served 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. and lunch 11 a.m. to close. Great food and all your friends are here, keeping it local. Go get 'em, boys. Cress. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact Cress Real Estate of Kiel, your team of real estate professionals for over 20 years. Contact Cress at 920-894-HOME or browse current listings at cresshomes.com. Cress Real Estate, experience with results.
Tip of the hat to Craig. Yep. Chilton 35, Kohler Lutheran Christian 6. Halfway through the third quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, New Holstein beating Valders 20-9. And the third quarter just underway in Two Rivers, with Two Rivers still leading 38-0 over Roncalli.
The shout out to Megan Kautzer, the volleyball coach. A big W against Brillion last night. She's listening in.
That's a quality win for the volleyball team. Brilliant, solid in volleyball court.
3rd and 7, 37-yard line. Now working left to right as the Brilliant offense. Big third down here for the Raider defense. Play action. They're going to keep it with Shimmick around the right side. Valker does a nice job of forcing that one inside, but he still falls forward for a gain of 4. Cade almost just overran that too much. Didn't break down. Had a chance to tackle Shimmick for a loss, but turn that one inside. It's a gain of 3 on third down. It'll be 4th and a long 2 from the 33-yard line. Raiders got to be expecting it to be in the hands of either Olsen or Thibodeau here. They're going to give it. Thibodeau up the middle, and he falls forward for a first down. The Raiders just can't get a stop on 3rd and 4th and short.
First down, Brillion.
Brillion did a good job of finding where in the line they had an advantage. Just off that left side, they had a man advantage and ran it right there.
And it's almost death by 1,000 cuts, right? They're not making big plays, but they're going to hit you for 4 and 5 and wear you down. 1st and 10, 30-yard line. Schmick behind center. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to give it on a sweep to Olsen. Left side. It's Olsen on the carry. Falls forward. A gain of 1.
Good job by Colin there. He's coming back with his left hand and just tripping him up.
Just, closing in on 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Brilliant's quick to the line, but they're still just eating up that clock. A lot of runs here. T formation, 3 backs behind Shimmick in the backfield. Lead back is Bastian, straight behind him. Fumbled, snap, and ball on the ground. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Snap is fumbled. No gain.
Nice job by Shimmick, getting on that ball right away and tucking it away so Kiel couldn't get on it.
It's 3rd and 9 here from the 29-yard line. See what Brillion has in store here on offense. They've only thrown the ball twice, but they've both been for chunks. Wing back to the left, 2 backs behind him. It's going to be play action. Tangled the feet. It's going to be a pass interference. That ball was not going to be caught.
It was not, and actually there was a little bit of a hold prior to the feet getting tangled with April.
Should be a pass interference, I believe, or holding. It's going to be holding. So it's not going to be a spot foul, I believe. So just going to be a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty.
Yep. So there's got to be I don't know if it's within, how many yards of the line of scrimmage or the ball, or just because it's a pass, it's from the line of scrimmage. It just doesn't make any sense if you do make 10 yards from the holding. If that's the best play in football, then. Yeah,
and again, high school rules different than college and pros.
Yep. Belly off the right side, ahead of steam, and Bastian falling forward for 5. Kind of surprised we haven't seen more of him, as the Raiders have had trouble bringing him down. My goodness.
Offers a nice combination in that backfield.
2nd and 5, 15-yard line, 9 minutes to play here in the 4th. Raiders lead 27-13. Wing T here. Tight end to the right side. They're going to go belly. Left side, it's met by... First one there was Nick Mutin. He stood him up. Grant Muntz finished him off. Gain of next to nothing on 2nd down.
All right, this has been the Kiel Achilles on this drive, getting a stop on 3rd down and or 4th down. So let's see if we can change that here.
Have got to get those outside linebackers playing just a little bit faster here on 3rd down. 8:20 and running. 3rd and 5, 14-yard line. Big stop here in the game. It's play action. Nope, it's going to be a keeper. Right side, he is met. And a thud by Ben Kingbaum. A loss of 1 on the quarterback keeper.
Nice wrap-up by Keenbaum there as we have a Brillion player down holding his right ankle. Is that your son? Yeah, I saw that. All right, Craig gives us a little update here. End of the 3rd quarter, Two Rivers 58, Roncalli 0. New Holstein, midway through the fourth quarter, 27-9 over Valders. And Chilton Kohler, 42. Chilton 42, Kohler Lutheran Christian 12. Coming up to the end of the third quarter there.
See how many points Two Rivers puts on Roncalli in the fourth.
And that's the deal where Roncalli doesn't have many bodies. So even though Two Rivers is probably subbing, you're going against tired bodies for Roncalli late in the game.
And Two Rivers, they wait pretty late to sub. They'll let that score run up a little bit. Been on the wrong end of that a couple times. Just a reminder, City Limits is a proud supporter of the Kiel Raiders. City Limits Hair Studio in Kiel has everything you need to pamper yourself or someone you love, from haircuts to nail care and everything in between. Stop in this weekend or early next to donate to their annual school supply drive and help students in our community get geared up for the school year. Taking care of the community and of you, stop in today to find out how City Limits can take care of you.
Grant Leiterman, the split end, who's been serving a pretty good role out there as a blocking split end, coming off with a tender right ankle. All right, Connor, 4th and 6. We've been here before.
I'm going to have nightmares about it tonight. The ball's at the 15-yard line, so the line to gain is right about the 10-yard line, just past the 10-yard line.
So Brillion's been successful with a little bit of sweep, a little bit of belly here, and a pass play or two. So tough to predict what they're going to come with here. At least tough for me to predict.
Let's see if the Raiders just make a little bit of adjustment on the defensive line. They have some options of what they can do in terms of moving defensive linemen in and out. Let's see if they come here with a mixed up pressure. 4th and 4. Jet sweep. They're going to run a flood. Left side. Dump down. Space time. Touchdown. Nope. Marked down right at the 1.
So there's Shimmick, the freshman, rolling out to the left and on the run, hitting a receiver.
Beautiful throw on the outside.
Absolutely.
And you heard Trey Bartz come in there, and he said, hey, flood this side. That outside backer just didn't get enough width. And they had two guys open in the flats. First and goal. Right up the middle. Raiders shot the gap, so he's short on first down, I believe. A nice play there. Not sure who it was. Looked like Ben Kingbaum shot in there. They just tried the belly.
He did, and if nothing else, he disrupted the blocking scheme.
No gain. And first and goal. We'll try it again from the 1. Man under center, Shimmick. Wing back to the right, 2 fullbacks in the backfield. Bastion straight behind Shimmick. Can imagine they'll go to him again. And they do. Left side, and they ran it in untouched.
Jaden Bastion, touchdown!
Now the Raiders got to find a way to sustain a drive on offense here.
Bastion is certainly showing why he's one of the premier running backs in the conference. He's done a nice job tonight, especially in the short yardage situations.
The Raiders just guessed wrong there. They sent a couple guys in that left A gap, and or in the right A gap, and they ran it to their left. Snap, hold, kick, good. It's a 7-point game with 7:05 to play. And there's got to be an adjustment here for the Brillion Lions kickoff. We'll see what they're going to try to do. Either an onside, high pooch. They saw it a couple times last week. Sheboygan Falls didn't kick it deep much. They sent just a line drive at the with the up back on the left side, who most of the time last week was Eddie Lemieux. He's out of the game. Sprained his ankle on one of the first possessions of the offense. So it's Grant Muntz now. They're going to put in the hands team, I believe. Nope.
7:05 here. Kiel needs to gain possession.
So they're just going to be in their regular formation, but they have a former tight end and a tight end on the outside. You're going to make Brillion onside. It's going to have to be right up the middle.
What's your thought here, Connor? I know you're speculating too early to onside.
You can't kick it deep. You can kick it anywhere but in the hands of Zorn or Bartz in my mind.
All right.
Outside the numbers. Nope, they're just going to squib it. It's going to be an offsides. And guess what? They played their hand. They just sent a ground ball right up the middle. We're going to base hit.
Stoppage of play was there.
Illegal procedure against the Lions.
Which really, as you talked about here, good strategy. Not getting it to the deep backs.
Or make him pick it up with a little bit of hesitation. So the front line for the Raiders is April Mutin, Gimby, McNatt, and Blanke. The second level waiting about 20 yards deep is Muntz and Funkhauser. Gimby and Gussie are sitting at the 35-yard line. They'll try it again. The kickoff here from Nolsko. It's a ground ball up the middle. Picked up by Gussie. He is tackled by the kicker. First one there was Nolsko.
Tell you what, Gussie got a nice Sunday hop on that. Good place to start from the 41-yard line.
And now the Raiders offense is going to have to sustain a drive for probably the first time tonight. They've struck quick, or it's been a first down, 3 plays and out. So it's time to sustain a drive, get a couple first downs, eat up some clock. With 7 minutes to play. They're going to give it. Gullickson, right side. He's met in the backfield by number 56, Alex Herdia.
We talked about our linebacker shooting a gap. That's just what he did.
Last week, Raiders took the lead for the first time in the third quarter. And they killed their momentum by 3 straight run calls trying to eat the clock. I hope they don't do that again. They got to be the aggressor here as their defense has struggled. It's going to be an option. Faust has some room up the middle. They're going to try to push him forward. He's met right about the 50-yard line, so they'll set up a 3rd and 2. That was a good play call by Coach Eswine.
Absolutely. He's only run that a couple times. All right, bread and butter here.
3rd and 2.
Help me out, Coach Valker. Bread and butter play.
They're going to go power left side. That's got to be the call. It's
ball in the center of the field, so no advantage going left or right here. Again, trying to attack the least number of blockers here. Least number of defenders.
Or they're going to double up. Going back is Gullickson. He's to the left of Faust. High snap. It's going to be the same play. Guess what? It's a first down after another gain of 12. Coach Eswine, he is just doubling up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. He's listening to us and calling something different.
Yep.
He is a smart coach.
He is. Yeah, if he's calling the same thing as what I'm calling, it's not a good thing.
And unfortunately, another brilliant player's down.
Faust just hits that gap with a good pace, especially when you got room. He did a nice job there.
Great job by the center there being the lead blocker.
And what they did there is take away a little bit of their tendency. They're lining up that left back away from the fullback. A lot of teams in the conference think they know what's going to be running. It's plays like that where you put a little bit of doubt in. Now you take away some of the keys. You know, that defenses are hunting, and that was a really good job of, I think I thought they were going to run something completely different based on how they're lined up, and they fooled me, so they obviously fooled that defense.
And you allow those defensive ends to pressure and run by the play.
Yeah, especially with that option. You say, hey, now we don't have to block this defensive end. Let's just read him, take him out of the play.
And all of our sponsors, tonight's sponsor of the game.
Schumann, one of the starting linebackers for Brillion here, is going to take a play or two off, coming off injured.
So it's 1st and 10, 40-yard line. 5:30 to play here. Raiders lead by 7. Brillion has won 13 straight conference games dating back to 2020. She's going to make sure that back judge lifts his hand up. Be nice and patient here. In no hurry. It's a waiting game here. We're going to wait for that back judge to signal. Down to 10. Here we go. 5 seconds on the play clock. Or 10. No, I think he signals for 10. High snap. Oh, no. Faust is going to get on it and just try to limit the damage. He's got room around the right side. He's met and swallowed in a loss of 7.
So, fortunately, he was able to stay in bounds.
The first bad snap of the game.
We've seen high snaps, but as you said, first bad snap.
Yep. And took it last week. They had a lot of really, really good snaps until the end of the game. Third down, driving down 4, and they had a snap off to the right side, and it just killed their drive. So let's hope they can recover here. 2nd and long. They're going to throw it. It's going to be safe. But they're going to hand it off. It's an inside reverse. Gussie has room. Left side. He's going to try to break it outside. He's going to run through Bartz. But it's a 3rd and manageable now after the big gain by Colin Gussie. A run of 11 yards on 2nd and 17.
You talk about him running through Bartz. Bartz had 2 guys out there, was choosing which one to block.
I would have loved to see Gussie just keep bringing that one to the sideline, right? Bartz had a good angle on that outside defender.
He did. And again, is Gussie thinking, okay, I want to make sure I stay in bounds?
3rd and 6 here from the 35-yard line. 3:30 to play. They're going to isolate that defensive end on the far side. No, they won't. They're going to throw it. It's Faust to Bartz. It's high and dropped.
Out of the high passes tonight, that was the most catchable. Got 2 hands on it right above his head. All right, we'll get a first down on 4th down. Here we go.
Raiders have 12 guys in the huddle. Nobody tell the white cap.
I thought I saw.
They gotta bring somebody out before they send Faust out.
I thought I saw somebody else go to
there
the
we go.
sideline.
They changed formations. Nobody came out. That would have been a bad time for that. 27-20, 3:20 to play. Clock stopped on the incompletion. It was a safe pass. It was a little bit high, but it was catchable for Bartz.
Option.
They're going to throw it. Play action. Tried to throw it over the middle. It's batted down and intercepted. He double pumped. It was a play action for Grant Muntz over the middle. He hesitated and paid the price.
And 5'11", Bryce Gantz got a hand on that.
He just kept creeping up, did Faust, and just ran out of room.
Yes.
3:13 to play.
And I wasn't watching the receivers. Was there somebody available?
Grant Muntz had room over the middle. 3 timeouts for the Lions. 3:13 to play. Raiders still have to be disciplined. They're not going to be scared to run it. It's Bastian straight behind the back. They're going to motion Olsen to give it to him. Left side. Has room around the left edge. Has some room. He is swiped down by Braden April after a gain of 11.
Gain of 13. 1st and 10.
That's up to the safety to clean it up, and Braden April was nowhere to be found around that left edge, but made a nice tackle to save the run from breaking deep.
He came down hard because he tried to avoid the tackle, left his feet. Clean tackle by April. And bad results for the Brillion runner here.
Well, here's something I've never heard of. A 9:10 p.m. kickoff for a high school game.
What?
Eau Claire Memorial versus Eau Claire North kicks off at 9:10.
So, do you think maybe there was a game before?
Before them, I'm guessing,
on
right?
On that field?
Yeah.
Unless there was a lightning delay.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be the west side of the state. So they had to have... I don't know. Doesn't make a ton of sense. But good for the Falcons, or for the Lions, excuse me. Olsen jogs off under his own power.
Yeah.
3:06 to play, a big gainer on first down.
And again, we talked about him earlier being a nice combination in that backfield. All right, 3 minutes to go.
Gut check time here for the Kiel Raider defense. Wing back is Gantz. They're going to give it inside with Bastian. He's met at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for a gain of 2.
I think we give Funkhauser the tackle on that. Did a nice job of stretching out there that big 6'3" frame.
2:40 to play. They're right up and ready to go. Urgency here from the Lions. Base wing T formation. Fullback is Bastian. Man in motion is Schauer. They're going to give it to him around the right side. It's Velker there to clean it up, and he swallows him at the 50-yard line. Nice job there by the sophomore safety cleaning that one up.
And there you go. Funkhauser taking out the lead blocker, giving himself up. Great job, Funkhauser.
Still too high there, I think, out of a secondary, but he brought him down nonetheless. It's 3rd and 9, 2:05 to play, and the clock is still running. Shimmick under center. Straight behind him is Bastian. Fumbled the snap, lost it. It's going to be 4th and 11 off the fumbled snap.
First time out by Brillion.
So now they have 2 remaining. If they don't get this first down, though, they still have a chance to get the ball back if they don't give up a first down.
4th and 11. They've run some nice offensive passes here. A screen, a little rollout to the left.
And I think if you're Kiel here, you don't like doing it with a team that runs so well. But they have a couple of pass defenses in. I wouldn't hate to see them go to it, because the number one thing it does is it gives your linebackers the ability to get a little bit wider.
Right.
Which is what they've done a lot, is they've stretched the field at the play action. Put another linebacker out there, allow him to get a little bit wider, and even if you make a mistake, you have the leverage to begin with of you got a guy starting out there. So it's 4th.
Let's see if the defensive line can get a little push here.
Nope, they'll stay in their base defense. It's their base 4-3 defense. They're in a tight wing T. Let's see what the Brillion Lions do. Wing T formation. Man in motion is Olsen. They're going to play action. Shimmick stepping up. Has a man.
Wide
it's
open.
Gantz deep. Complete and tackled by Braden April.
Dan starting on the far left side. 20 yards down the middle and breaking to the right sideline. And again, a nice throw from the freshman Shimmick.
4th and 11, and the Raiders let Gantz get free deep. 1:30 to play here. They're going to give it. Bastian up the middle with room and a first down.
Do
You think Brillion kicks it here? Do they go for the win? Timeout, Kiel.
Timeout, Kiel.
Good timeout here. Every time Brillion's had the ball down inside the 10, Brillion has scored.
Do you see Kiel put some more big boys in? Do they go to a 6-man front, right? Do they mix it up? Do they try to put some more linemen in there to try and stop the run? I don't know.
Well, and we are playing a line man short with Buck being out here. So, and you don't want to deviate too much from what you do well.
Yep.
Especially if you haven't practiced something with an extra linebacker, extra defensive lineman.
It is once again gut check time for the Kiel defense. The defensive line has been pretty solid all night. They have to make a few plays right here. You can imagine Their main man, Bastion's going to be a heavy contributor here in the red zone. 1:22 to play, 1st and 9 at the 9-yard line. It's swallowed up. Thank goodness the defensive line was ready and waiting. What are we doing?
Timeout, Kiel.
Kiel just took a timeout.
Kiel's getting its defense set again.
See, what I've liked to do there is you let Brillion get up to the line. You let him run all the clock out, and then you take the timeout.
Take a peek and see what might be coming.
Yep. And it's not even that. It's just a matter of take another 5 seconds off the clock, right? Versus they weren't even set up to run that play. You just bailed them out.
Well, let's see if the method to the madness from Coach Eswine pays dividends here.
I don't mind the timeout. Let your defense get another breather. Give them some keys. Formation. Hey, if they're in this, look for this. If they're in this, look for this. 2nd and 9, 9-yard line. 2 timeouts for both teams. 1:15 to play. Or 1 timeout for Kiel, excuse me. 1:15 to play, 9-yard line. 9 yards to go here for the Lions. It's going to be a sweep. Left side, Olsen swallowed up. It's Connor Faust, the first one there.
Oh. Olsen snuck out of that and got 3 yards.
Timeout on the play.
You're not telling me we took another timeout. We took another timeout.
Kiel took its 3rd timeout.
Still again there. Only 8 seconds off on that. You get down to a minute. So Kiel now with just 1 timeout.
Is it a rest timeout? Where, hey, we've been battered?
It might be. And I don't know. And I do, they are like this in terms of Brillion's very formation heavy. They give away some of what they do based on what formation they're in. So, maybe it's just a couple reminders of, hey, if you see this, expect this. If you see this, expect this, right? I wouldn't be surprised here if Brillion tries to go through the air. A play action, Kiel's been, hey, we can't get run on. This might be the time to just sneak somebody out and see what you can do. You still got it down to play with.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's up to your 4 sophomores to stay disciplined with their eyes. Let's see what Brillion has in store. It's a wing T, Bastion straight behind Schimmick, who's under center. 1:07 to play, man in motion's Gantz. They're going to play action. They're going to do exactly that. Flood, right side, it's Gantz who stops short. It's going to be a 1-yard line. He's stopped short. Trey Bartz played that pretty darn good. Although they completed, he played both the flat man and the deep man.
And Connor, you can't call the correct offensive play for Kiel, but you called the correct offensive play here for Brillion. The little rollout, the little pass.
And they're going to Bastion here.
The minutes ago.
4th and 1 from the 1-yard line. 1:02 to play. Bastion straight behind Schimmick, who's under center. See what they do here. Man in motion, Olsen. They're going to give it. Bastion, push, forward. I think he's short. He's short! He didn't get in the end zone on 4th down, and the Raiders escape the red zone with 0 points. They're going to give it to Kiel. It's 1st down from the inches.
So now Kiel has not taken a snap under center.
They can't take a snap under center. They got to get out of the end zone.
Well, what I'm saying is that they've not taken one under center all year. Now, wouldn't you want to take it under center and fall forward to make sure you don't
get out of the end zone?
in a holding position, a holding call, and get caught behind the line of scrimmage, i.e. the end zone.
I have a crazy idea, but I know Coach Eswine is not as exotic as I am. I would snap this one through the end zone. Take the safety, punt it.
I wouldn't do that yet, not with 55 seconds to go. I would, again.
You got to get it out of the end zone.
Well, let's see.
You have to get it out of the end zone.
Correct.
It's on the inches line. The Raiders are going right to left here. It's offsides.
Yes. There you go. Better yet, let's try to
Let's not run a play.
sides.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers-esque there from Connor Faust. He drew the encroachment penalty on number 52, Derek Fisher, on the right end. And there is some space, Coach.
Wow.
But still 2 timeouts here for Brillion.
That's right. Can you run the option here, Connor?
The way they're set up here, I don't think they will be.
Okay.
But we'll see. They have options. Gullickson, the lone back, snap back. They'll give it to Gullickson. He's got some room. Keeping it tight. They'll tackle him short of the first down. It's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 4. They got him a yard. Timeout, Brillion. So best case scenario here for Brillion is they don't give up a first down. They'll get the ball back in between the 10 to 20 second range.
Connor, let's rewind. Let's second guess ourselves. We talked about Coach Eswine taking those timeouts in succession on defense. And again, other than one play, the defense really did a nice job.
Yeah. He gave him a little bit of a break, a little bit outside of the box, but I don't mind it, especially because you weren't getting gashed. And you weren't, and I think it came down to, were they getting gashed schematically, or were they getting gashed because they were tired?
Right.
And that's a decision I think he made of, it's nothing they're doing, it's we're tired.
Right.
So, credit to Coach Eswine.
When you do your post-game phone-in show, give me a text. Let me know what the thinking was.
2nd and 4. 50 seconds to play here. Ball on the 7-yard line of the Lions. The Raiders are backed up. It's Gullickson, the lone back. High snap again. Met him in the backfield, but he falls forward, at least to the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you what scares me the most is that snap. Holy
I was thinking the same
wow.
thing. So now you need a snap that hits him in the numbers.
And you don't need a first down. You're not playing for the first down. You're playing to take that clock down as low as you can.
Although, 3rd and 3, can you run a little misdirection here?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
No.
I think it's worth it. It's worth a try. The problem is the double handoff. The other thing that scares me here is you're snapping it into your own end zone.
Yes. Yeah.
I watched the game get lost like that at Kiel. It was 14-14 against Two Rivers my junior year.
Yes.
They snapped it in the end zone. They had a penalty in the end zone. They lost the game that way.
Yep.
But it's not tied here. Kiel has 7-point lead, 27-20, 46 seconds to play. 3rd and 4 from the 7-yard line.
Good snap here, good ball security.
Not an inside reverse. It's an option. Faust keeps it. He's swallowed up. Clock's going to get down.
40 seconds to go when that play ended.
So Kiel has a timeout. They're going to take this one down to 1 and then take a timeout.
Kiel doesn't have a timeout.
Says they have on the scoreboard.
I thought they used 3
I did too. We'll see. They're going to know on the field if they have a timeout or not.
Yeah.
But I think if they have a timeout, you have to use it now.
Well, if you don't use it, you get backed up 5 yards, and could you still run a play and run out the clock? Let's see how much time. Back judge's hand is up at 11. He's not counting yet. Yeah. Now you made.
Now you snap through the end zone.
Forward.
Snap through the end zone.
He didn't need to kick it. Oh, delay a game penalty.
Snap through the end zone. Snap it through the end zone. I don't know if they went there. Here in
now, 2 seconds on the clock. I thought the clock operator did a great job letting it run down to 0. Chad Shimmick, head boys basketball coach here, clock operator for a long time, does a remarkable job volunteering his time here. And that is his son as the freshman quarterback out there, has done a nice job.
2 seconds on the clock. Hartlove is back there in the end zone.
So catch it, run around, and down it yourself in the end zone.
Or just
right?
throw it out of bounds.
Kick it.
Throw it out of bounds. Throw it out of bounds. I would try to get it away. That was incredibly crazy. Olsen has it on the run, but thankfully he is swarmed by a host of Raiders, and somehow the Raiders escape with their first victory of 2022.
Never easy, Connor Velker. Again, don't listen to the people in the booth because they don't sometimes know what they're talking about.
Holy cow, was that crazy. But Raiders get their first victory of the 2022 season and end a 13-game conference winning streak for the Brillion Lions. The Raiders win 27-20.
And here we go. Lose 2 close ones, win that close one, lead the whole second half, and maintain that lead.
Learn how to win a close game.
Absolutely.
But a good showing for the Raiders. Offense sputtered at times, but the defense was solid when they needed to be. And the special teams proves to be the difference as Harrison Zorn goes 75 yards for a touchdown. That proves to be the difference in a 27-20 victory here in Brillion.
And that last kick, not allowing it to be blocked and having good punt coverage.
That is, I can't believe they tried to punt that. I would have just thrown it out of bounds. Do something but punt it. My gosh. The worst thing that happens there is it gets blocked. It bounces into the hands of somebody waiting in the end zone. But guess what? We don't have to worry about that. Thankfully.
Another question for the post-game show.
Oh, I'm going to be, my whole way back to Pier is going to be on the phone call with Coach Eswine. But Coach Eswine improves his team's record to 1-2 as the Raiders escape 27-20. Coach, thanks for joining me tonight.
Hey, it's always a great day to be a Raider. Let me give you a quick score update here. Late in the fourth quarter, New Holstein 33, Valders 9. Two Rivers beats Roncalli 64-zip. Chilton up on Christian 49-20 late in the game.
Thank you. Thank you. Tonight's Kiel Raider football game was proudly supported by Todd Olig, New York Life, Nadler Tile and Flooring, Collins State Bank, Gravel Pit Bar and Grill, Premier Financial Credit Union, Crest Real Estate, Badger's Den, Albright Again Home Improvement, Rex Bakery, Red River Logistics, Goodfellas Barbershop, Graphics Custom Vinyl, the Q Booster Club, City Limits Hair Studio, and by members of the NW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Thanks for listening tonight. Raiders win 27-20. Coach, thanks
Connor,
for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me. As always, it's a great day to be a Raider. It's a little greater when you win.
See you next week at Roncalli.